Hey friends, welcome back, and today I'm Kavita again with a new episode of Spiritual Talks with our dear guest Pandurangam Narmeta sir. So I know you must have enjoyed our previous episode on Sankhya Yoga, and continue to that we are going to discuss on Sthitaprajna today, which is going to be very interesting. So sir, welcome.
Thank you.
It's our great privilege to have you for this episode, sir, because people are really loving it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing all your wisdom with us. So, sir, coming to our first question, what is the motive of this, and what urges Krishna to speak on Sthitaprajna?
First of all, I salute our Guruji, Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji, as he showed me the path of spirituality. Now, to your question, Sthitaprajna. He is an ultimate man on planet Earth. No one is comparable with him.
Correct.
He is specially coined in the last 18 verses in Sankhya Yoga. Krishna starts speaking about the qualities of Sthitaprajna. Before that, he spoke to Krishna about Buddhi Yoga and its benefits. There are 4 benefits if one practices Buddhi Yoga. The first benefit is one who will be free from karmic bondage, and who will be free from all sins. He will get rid of good and bad results. This is the first benefit, one who practices Buddhi Yoga. The second benefit is he will break the cycle of birth and death. He will reach the highest destination, the topmost place. There is no misery at all. There is always blissful state. This is the second benefit. And the third benefit is he becomes indifferent to Vedic rituals. He is above Vedic rituals.
So what is that?
Vedic rituals means it is like doing vratas, yajnas, pujas, tapas, all many kinds of. People get materialistic pleasures, materialistic benefits from doing Vedic rituals. People are interested and get fortune. This is completely a devotional service to the Lord. But man goes beyond that by practicing Buddhi Yoga. When he goes beyond the Vedic rituals, he will be in trance of self-realization. His buddhi means his intellect, his mind is not attracted by the flowery language of Vedas.
Right.
He will be in trance of self-realization. He has the ability to go beyond Vedic rituals. Then he attains a fixed consciousness, fixed divine consciousness state. That is called samadhi.
Right.
This is the fourth benefit. The person who attains samadhi, this a fixed divine consciousness state, he is called Sthitaprajna.
Right.
He is a man of steady wisdom. He is a man of steady intellect. He is a man of steady minded. Krishna developed curiosity in Arjuna by saying this. In the 8th sloka, Arjuna spoke to Krishna, and in the 54th sloka, he starts speaking. Krishna is a genius in psychology. He extracted a few questions from Arjuna after telling the Buddhi Yoga and its benefits.
Right.
Listening to this, the benefits and Buddhi Yoga, Arjuna was very enthusiastic. He raised 4 questions. He put forth 4 questions before Arjuna. There are 4 questions. How can I know that the person who is in samadhi? This is the first question. What are the characteristics of a person who is in samadhi?
Right.
Second question, how does he speak? It means how does he respond or act when in critical or difficult situations, both internally and externally. The second question. The third question is, how does he sit? It means how does control his senses? How does get agitated from object senses? How does not he get agitated or disturbed by object senses? The fourth question, how does he walk? Means how does he behave all times?
Right.
How does he maintain social relationship with others living in society? These are the four questions Arjuna put forth
Krishna.
to seek answers from Krishna. This is highly intellectual question, highly maturity. It contains highly maturity.
Yeah. Could you please give answers of these questions also?
Sure, 100%. 6th sloka, 6th verse, he spoke. And in the 54th verse, he again spoke. From 11 to 53, he was patient in listening to Sri Krishna. There is a good verse, Arjuna spoke. Sthitaprajna ka bhasha. Means what are the characteristics of a Sthitaprajna? Samadhisthasya Keshava. That who is in Samadhi. Oh Keshava. Keshava means hair, beautiful hair. Krishna has beautiful hair. There is a leather of peacock.
Yes.
Okay. All warriors came to battlefield with weapons. But without weapon, the one and only, Krishna has come a feather of peacock on his head.
With peace.
It symbolizes peace and it symbolizes the fortune. This symbolizes celebration simply.
Yes.
It is celebration. So this is the greatness, the uniqueness of Sri Krishna in the battlefield. He is supreme, a supreme being. It shows, it symbolizes.
Right.
Okay. Ho Keshava. Sthitaprajna ka bhasha. Samadhisthasya Keshava. In Samadhi, the person who attains a fixed divine consciousness state, how he will be? How can I know that the person who is in Samadhi? What are his symptoms? Sthiti dikhim prabhaseta. Kim asita. Vrajeta kim. Vrajeta kim means how does he walk? Kim asita, how does he sit? Dikhim prabhaseta. Prabhaseta means how does he speak? These are the four questions. Sthita prajnasya ka bhasha, samadhistasya Keshava, dikhim, sthiti dikhim prabhaseta, kim asita, vrajeta kim. Four questions this verse contains. The first question is, what are the symptoms of Sthitaprajna? He is an ultimate man on earth planet. Literally, it means his wisdom is established.
So yes, beautifully Arjun asked all these questions. So in relation to consciousness, how Sthitaprajna be?
Consciousness. He lives both in subjective consciousness and objective consciousness. Objective consciousness means is a divided consciousness.
Right.
In subjective consciousness, undivided consciousness. Okay, this is I-ness in subjective consciousness. Yes. It varies. Object consciousness means it varies. Here, he is fully aware of situations, people and things. He is investing his energies on the world outside for the service of mankind. He lives both in subjective consciousness as well as objective consciousness.
So sir, on truth point of view, how would Arjuna be here?
He is not just the truth, but he is not just a knower of truth, but the very embodiment of truth.
Wow.
He is not just holy, but holiness itself. He is pure by word, by thought, by heart. He is by purity itself.
So he is also getting transformed from the beginning, the way he was in confusion state. Now he is also getting clarity and that purity.
Yes. His realization of truth is private and cannot be communicated to others.
Right.
Sthitaprajna can be identified by his actions, his habits and character.
Yeah.
Just a tree is known by its leaves, flowers and fruits.
Yes. So by the appearance one can, the person who really understand, he can understand who is Sthitaprajna. So sir, on senses point of view, how does he feel?
It does not depend on senses for his happiness.
Okay.
He's like an ocean. Ocean does not depend on rivers.
Very true.
It is ever full. He's always fulfilled.
So you have beautifully given an example of ocean. It's always fulfilled. And people who start meditation, we say that they feel that fulfillness within. They don't need to search that love or affection or anything from outside. So my question is, like, so many people, they feel lonely, right? The loneliness and aloneness both are different.
Yes.
So what is the difference between this both? Loneliness and aloneness.
Okay. The word itself tells aloneness.
Yes.
All plus one. Alone. Man is united with
Right.
oneness.
Right.
All plus one. One who keeps the society away. He is in aloneness.
Mm-hmm.
When society keeps a person away, he is in loneliness. Loneliness is unbearable, but aloneness is blissful.
Right. But it's always own decision. No one can, society cannot keep one person separate. It's all that person's decision, how, we are attracting to people or if we are keeping them far.
But he is beyond that. Sthitaprajna is beyond that.
True. Yeah.
Here, Sthitaprajna enjoys his own presence.
Yeah.
He lives in society, but he is never of the society.
He'll be detached.
Not detached. He is in detached with attached. He is attached with detachment. He is in society, but he is never of the society. He is like a lotus leaf. It cannot be wet
Right.
by being on water.
So where does he find God?
Okay, he sees God in every person, in each and everything. He declares himself as God for himself. He sees divinity in all things, in all people.
So according to you, what is God?
God is omnipresent, omniscient.
What we feel for God, like how one feel for God. So what does he feel? You said very rightly, he's omnipresent in every particle, in each and everything, maybe in mineral, water, animal or plants, everywhere God is there. But how he feel about God? What does he feel exactly?
Okay. One, he visualizes his soul by practicing meditation. One can feel the presence of God.
True.
Yes. So it needs long practice of doing meditation. Long his state in thought-free zone. When he is in thought-free zone for a long time, he can feel the presence of God. He declares himself as God at the time.
Right. So like kind of always happy, always fulfilled, and if something is there, good. If nothing is there, that's also good. Next, on wisdom and dharma point of view, what would you say about Sthitaprajna?
Sthitaprajna is always in Swadharma.
Right.
His wisdom indicates an action in inaction and inaction in action.
What is that?
He is in action.
Right.
Is in action, and he is in inaction, in action. It describes elaborately that you want to know. So he is in total awareness. He is completely in awareness doing things.
Right. Yeah.
In subjective consciousness, he is doing these things. That is in oneness. His wisdom indicates inaction in inaction and inaction in action.
So like in every state, while he's in action or inaction, he'll be aware, right? That's what you want to say.
Is wisdom, the wisdom of Sthitaprajna is the wisdom of cosmic oneness.
Okay.
Constant union with God.
Okay. Okay.
We can understand what is action, what is inaction. How he will be in action, in inaction, and his inaction in action.
So, sir, as you gave an example of ocean before, ocean and river, so how would you compare these things with Sthitaprajna?
Sthitaprajna is like an ocean which is ever full,
Right.
irrespective of whether it's flowing in or not.
Right.
An ocean does not get agitated, does not get polluted by the rivers.
True.
In the same way, Sthitaprajna does not get agitated, does not get disturbed by the people, things and situations.
Very true. Yeah, beautiful.
Ocean remains calm. The Sthitaprajna also remains calm, absolute calm. He enjoys. He enjoys aloneness, not loneliness
He cannot be lonely at all.
at all.
He'll be always in that happy state mode.
Yes, yes, yes. Blissful state, not
Blissful.
happy. Blissful
Blissful
state.
state, yeah.
Blissful state.
So if we see Sri Krishna, he's always Sthitaprajna.
Okay.
He's always blissful. So here, how is the relationship with society, or how will be his social behavior
Okay.
when the person is really Sthitaprajna?
Yes. Sthitaprajna does not belong to any particular section, particular culture, particular society,
Okay.
particular race or creed. He is for all beings of all time. Sthitaprajna is for all beings of all time. He is not bound by scriptures, the traditions of society, and the laws of ethics. He loves everyone, but is not attached with anyone.
Right.
He is self-sufficient psychologically. He gives love and care to everyone without expecting any reciprocation or acknowledgement. He enjoys total fulfillment. It is called Purnatvam. That is Sthitaprajna.
How will be his equanimity status in his day-to-day life?
Sthitaprajna's freedom does not impose itself on anyone and does not violate the rules of morality and ethics.
Right.
He is in the state of equanimity. He has an equal eye on both honor and dishonor, virtue and vice, good and evil.
Right.
He is in the state of equanimity. He is out of duality. What he keeps in mind, the same he speaks. He does not keep something and exhibits the other.
Right. So he'll be completely aligned with his
Mind, body,
body
and soul.
oneness means, see, as you said, that he'll be, he'll be seeing both good or evil equally.
Equally. Yes.
But will he respond to evil because, see, something is really not good happening? It means if it is not righteous, if it is adharma, does he need to respond in such situations?
Yes, he acts intelligently.
Right.
He behaves ordinarily, but on spiritual point of view, he is unique. He behaves ordinarily, he acts intelligently, he reacts without discrimination, but he does not surrender to unfavorable situations.
Right.
He studies the situation and understands the various choices available. If there are many choices, he chooses the best one. If it is choose the best one, it is required. When there is no choice, he will be mentally prepared to accept the situation. That is his life continues in his day-to-day life.
So as you said that if there is no option or if there is no choice, he will accept whatever is there. So it will be definitely a difficult situation for him too. But how will he respond in difficult situations?
He remains calm and composure.
Okay.
He remains calm and composure in difficult situations. He will be mentally prepared to accept the situation. He takes decisions based on logic and reason rather than emotions.
True. So here you answered my next question also.
Yes.
Which I wanted to ask, that in difficult situation like decision making. Decision making, yeah. So he will act wisely.
Yes, 100% he acts wisely.
Right. So next, how will be his day and night?
Okay, what is the night for all beings is the time of waking for Sthitaprajna. And what is the time of waking for all beings is the night for Sthitaprajna.
How does it, what does it mean exactly?
People are in awakening state. This is the night for Sthitaprajna. People are in night time. This is the awakening state of Sthitaprajna.
Okay. So generally people are sleeping at night time. They are
He always is in blissful state in samadhi.
24/7.
24/7, he is in meditative state. He attains the fixed divine consciousness state. He has gone beyond the knowledge of Vedas. That we understand.
So I have a doubt, sir. As you said that Sthitaprajna will be not attached to anyone.
Yes.
At the same time, he'll be fulfilling everything.
Yes.
So attachment and love,
Yes.
right? What is the difference between attachment and love here?
A wonderful question, madam. Attachment does exist based on expectation and weakness. Attachment wants to control, whereas love gives freedom, gives liberation. It does exist based on strength and giving. Love keeps one in liberation, attachment keeps one in karmic circle. It brings grief, it brings joy. Love brings joy, attachment brings grief. So be in love, not in attachment. Have friendship and spread your love. Be in love with friendship. That brings you joy.
So, see, nowadays the love, the so-called love of male, female.
Yes.
Initially, they get into love. They feel that they are in love.
Yes.
And then they start controlling each other.
Yes.
Or after marriage, I can say, see, if I give an example, the man who is drinking twice a week
Okay.
or once in a week.
Yes.
Initially, the girl will accept it. Okay,
Yes,
he drinks once, that's fine, that's
Yes.
okay.
Okay.
But when she feel insecure about that habit, she will try to control him. That is right for that girl, because if he goes in that habit, it may not good for their family relation, right? So here you want to say controlling is not good?
The greatest force in the universe is love. Through love, we can change others. Through friendship, through love, we can change others, their mindset also. You will take them in your own control through your love and friendship. Why do you want to control him, control her through your attachment mindset?
So if he's not changing, if she's giving a lot of chances that, okay, fine, one day we'll change.
You will increase the dose of love.
Okay.
With that, we can change others. We can change other mindset.
Okay.
Everything can be under our control through love and friendship. With pure, you express, you expand, extend, you move with pure purity. Everything will be surrendered to you.
That's wonderful answer.
Yes. We can control, we can make them under your control through love and friendship.
As Krishna was doing.
Yes, here.
So they are very important knowledge and wisdom for spiritual seekers. What do you say about them?
In Sankhya Yoga, there are 72 verses. The 62 and 63 are of great importance for spiritual aspirants and spiritual seekers. Okay. Here, in these two verses, Lord Krishna says that while contemplating object senses, a person develops attachment. From such attachments, lust develops.
Okay.
From lust, anger arises. From anger, from loss of memory, man's intelligence and understanding is lost. Completely, he falls in ending himself. He perishes himself. He destroys. He ends his life.
So, kind of vinash kale viprit buddhi.
Of course.
I mean, when like it's a complete cycle. When he enters in such kind of thing, slowly he will diminish.
Out of 72, there are 72 verses in Gita. The 62 and 63 are of great importance for spiritual aspirants and spiritual seekers.
Right.
According to these two verses, according to Lord Sri Krishna, while completing object senses, a person develops his attachment. While contemplating object senses, a person develops attachment.
Right.
From such attachment, lust develops.
Okay.
From lust, anger arises. From anger, delusion arises. From delusion, loss of memory is resulted.
Oh.
From loss of memory, man loses his intelligence and his understanding. From that, he ends himself. He destroys himself. Okay. The perfect example for understanding this is Bhasmasura. You know Bhasmasura?
No.
In Indian mythology, once there was Bhasmasura. He was performing a great penance to obtain powers from Lord Shiva. For his penance, Lord Shiva was pleased and appeared before Bhasmasura. He told Bhasmasura to ask for boon. Bhasmasura asked Lord Shiva for immortality. Lord Shiva rejected or refused to grant that power. Lord Shiva told Bhasmasura to ask another boon. Bhasmasura asked Lord Shiva another boon, that if he touches the heads of others with his palm and fingers, he will be burned up and turned into ashes. He granted that power. Bhasmasura wanted to test this kind of boon on Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva was feared about it. He started running away. He went to Lord Vishnu to save him from Bhasmasura.
Right.
Then Lord Vishnu took the form of Mohini. Mohini is exceedingly beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He come across the path of Bhasmasura. On seeing Mohini, Bhasmasura is attracted to her. He wanted to marry her. He wanted to make her surrender to him. Then Mohini, Lord Vishnu in the form of Mohini, put a condition that if he dances like her, then he will obey his order or command. Then both started dancing. Okay, for some time, Mohini kept his palm on her head. The same, he also puts his head on
his own head.
On his own head. Then he will burn up and turn into ashes. So he forgets Lord Shiva. He forgets his power. He is in delusion. He is in dense forest. Once one enters, never come out of. He loses his path and never comes out. So delusion is very dangerous. This is called Maya. So everyone should be aware of things, people and situations. So don't be a prey to delusion. Bhasmasura, due to delusion, lost his life. He forgets his power. He forgets Lord Shiva. He wanted to test his power. So he forget. He was attracted to the beauty of Mohini. So this is a perfect example for understanding 62 and 63 verses. There are, in brief, first one, object senses. Second, attachment. Third, lust. Fourth, anger. Fifth, delusion. Sixth, loss of memory. 7, loss of understanding. 8, ends life. This is the ladder of fall. So man should be aware of it. So this is of great importance. These 2 verses of great importance. According to Gita, according to Sankhya Yoga, and according to Lord Krishna.
Yeah, very beautifully, this verses or this entire thing you have presented, that how one should learn from each and every sentence of Sri Krishna from Bhagavad Gita. So it was really very interesting, sir. Could you please brief the Sthitaprajna once?
To have brief and everlasting, remember the qualities of Sthitaprajna is, there are 7 letters, 7 qualities. It is called top seed, T-O-P, S-E-E-D. Each letter represents a quality of Sthitaprajna.
Okay.
The first letter is T. T for tranquility. He is a man of peace of mind. He is free from attraction and aversion. He is free from blind attachment, anger, jealousy, and fear. This is T, the one of the 7 qualities. And second, T, after T, there is O. O for oneness. He is never deluded and he is never deceived by false beliefs.
Right.
He lives in oneness. He is in totality. He's a man of oneness. Okay. The third letter is P. P for perfect self-control. Here we understand that the Arjuna asked Krishna a question that how does he sit? How does he sit means how does he control his senses?
Right.
People practice controlling senses, but they are longing for them. This is not perfection. Here, Sthitaprajna control his senses perfectly without longing for object senses. How does Sthitaprajna sit?
Right.
It means Sthitaprajna control his senses perfectly without longing object senses in his mind.
What does it mean without longing?
Longing means taste. Longing means man controls. Materialistic pleasure does not go for materialistic pleasures.
Right.
There is no even longing or taste for them.
Okay.
People control the senses, but they are longing for sense objects.
Right. It will be for short time for other people, but who are Sthitaprajna, they can continue without any time limit, I think, right?
No time limit, but is never go for materialistic pleasure, materialistic benefits.
They don't crave for it, they don't at all attached, or they don't even want it. If it is there, it's okay. Otherwise, if it's not there, they're completely okay with it.
No, he is desireless.
All right.
He enjoys his own presence. He's always in blissful state, in samadhi sthiti.
Okay.
Fixed divine consciousness state.
Right.
They appear before him as light. If he sees two things, 1 kg stone and 1 kg rock, he treats both of them equally. That is the mind state of Sthitaprajna. Next, third was S. Stable. He's stable in situations and emotions. Rather than emotions, he takes decisions. He is stable in situations. He remains calm like an ocean. He remains composer. Composer means he enjoys his own presence.
Beautiful.
Next, he is a man of equanimity. He is completely out of duality. What he keeps in mind, the same it comes out through his mouth. And he is desireless. All the desires of the mind satisfied or delighted in the self alone by the self. These are the 7 letters, 7 qualities.
So this is like top seed.
Top seed, yes. Sthitaprajna is a top seed.
Yeah.
T represents tranquility. He is a man of peace of mind.
Yes. Beautiful. So beautiful. And you want to...
He is a man of oneness. He is a man of perfect self-control. He is a man of stable in situations and emotions. He is a man of equanimity. He is a man of desireless. In a word, to say that he is a man of compassion. Naturally, he flows compassion. Without cause, without reason. How a flower blossoms in the forest.
This is a beautiful example. And such people are really very, people come across them also get very blissful energy through them. That's very wonderful. At last, please give the message of Sri Krishna here in Sthitaprajna, these verses.
Okay. Be in love, not in attachment. Be in friendship and love. Next, true freedom can come to a man by right understanding of truth.
How one should understand that he is in Dharma? As you said, Sri Krishna's message is this. So, people, generally they understand they are perfect.
Yes.
Right? So, those who are not in Sthitaprajna state,
yes.
This is still journey, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Reaching till there, it will take some time. Maybe
yes.
months, years, or we don't know.
Of course, it needs long practice.
Yes. So, how one should understand?
Doing long practice, do sajjana sangatya, do swadhyaya, and a few hours one has to spend in reading spiritual books written from great spiritual masters. Right. This is compulsory.
Right.
This is mandatory for spiritual seeker and spiritual aspirant. Sri Krishna motivated Arjuna to do his own dharma, own caste dharma, own kshatriya dharma. If he leaves the battle, his reputation will be lost. People talk of Arjuna in a cheap manner. So this is worse than death.
Right.
In this way, he motivated Arjuna to fight in the battle. He has to do his caste dharma. Caste means his kshatriya dharma.
Right.
Right. He is in the battle, so has to fight. Either do or die. If he dies, he will go to heaven. If he wins, he will enjoy the earth.
So once after choosing our dharma, we cannot run away from there. We have to fulfill our duty. That's the message you said. Thank you, sir. Thank you for this wonderful wisdom sharing on Sthitaprajna. It's really very interesting and people will love it. So thank you for coming. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. It's my pleasure.